like we used to catch them when I was growing up outside of DC there. See who could get pinched the worst as kids. You know how kids are. Anyway, this here is not even going to have any nuclear in there. I'm going to put a little pearl curl in here. You can put whatever you want in here. I'm just going to show you a little product I came up with years ago. Actually, it was Boreal's back, which was pearlescent. This one here, I'm just changing the name to all of them. Polaris Wrap. Be totally honest with you, I would have had flies out. Y'all would have known about me. You can check that out on my website at 1a-flyfishing.com. About me, learn more about me. I encourage you to. Simple fact, you should know who you're dealing with. Now this here, I don't tie it with a whole lot of saddle hackle. If you see in the videos, you know I got a whole bunch of them left over. You can use whatever you want on there. Cascade crest and hairline dubbing, both wholesale, some great trilobio antron, whatever you want. This here, just showing you a little way how to use this wrap, this one and the next one. Now if you want to get lead on there, feel free about it, and it's really not going to look like much. You'd want to take, hopefully when I get my site up, N.E.W. Flies, F-L-I-E-S, before long I'll have at least pictures of all my flies and hopefully get videos and everything else. Now if I had a dubbed body on there, you can see how good that would come out. You could use chenilles. You'd want to go to the wider ones, such as commonly called cactus chenille or estes or whatever. Now this one here, as you saw, I cut out a point. Easy way to do this. And if you're fishing real low water, you don't need all that stuff anyway. Now, when you get in with this, this is just basically 3/16 inch curling ribbon, like they use on balloons and other stuff. The only thing is, I'm able to find it in all kind of colors, and I was the one to start tying with it, even though it was wholesaled back when my book didn't go through. You can see how it comes in without an underbody, real thin. But that's basically just like any crawfish, all you want to do. And I got the same color on here. You can't really see it. I palmered it up, wrapped around a couple times, and I'm going back on the same ones that I did before. So you pretty well got your tail right here. If you want to put a little foam under there, you could do that. This is just a little quick way to show you something. Now I'll go right over. Oh, let's see. I can get the same size hook if I can find it. I had too much stuff. Yow. Now let's use this one here. Same way in this curling ribbon, 3/16 inch. Got it in pearlescent holographic. Heck, you can find it at arts and crafts stores. It'll give you years of stuff. I get more colors. I've got some that no one else has. A lot of my flies, there's my backdrop again. A lot of my flies, I don't worry about the underbody, since I'm not dubbing everything. Dubbing's old hat. I want to get where I'm tying in at and where I'm going at to tie off at. Okay, now if you want to use a tail, let's get a nice tailing product here. Any of these curling ribbons, any kind of what's called mylars, you got to watch the heat on it. You can't really use one of my patent pending heat process systems too much, because they're a polyester. Some of them melt a lot lower temperature. As you saw, I made a loop right there. back up here for a second because I'm going to be right back. This is back when I had that Borealis back. I had quite a few fly patterns, not just for Alaska but for everywhere, and I couldn't write about them because read about it. Anyway, get that right there. Then you cut this one. Now you want to use some kind of wrap. I don't care what it is. I've got a gator back also. Just make your cut right-handed. We're going to go this way. Get this locked in just like that. That little 45 degree, 60 degree. This one's going to be a little loose. I didn't put any super glue on there. If y'all have seen my videos, you know you need just a dab of super glue to keep this stuff from spinning because it's so slick. But now with this here, there you go. You can see it spinning. But all you want to do is catch it on each one. I've used this kind of stuff down on mayflies down to about 14, 16 in yellow and other colors like green. Now for here, what we're going to do, if you want a nice little steelhead pattern or something like that, or if that, say I've got that in a black holographic, which is nice. Same thing as anything else, just a tying system. You can utilize a lot of materials. Matter of fact, those kids lace, if you ever been a kid and went to summer camp, it's a little plastic stuff. That stuff is fairly fantastic in a bright orange. You got it in round or square. And we'll cut that one off. We'll cut that off right there. And if you ever want, tie with nuclear emission wing, pearl curl, you can always put your regular head on there. As you know from other videos, I've come up with a system where you don't need it. This one you kind of need it. There you go. Now for heat treating, you want to try to keep that off of there. Which, as you can see, that hackling is going to do that a little bit. And as you can see, that's turning kind of nice. Just try to keep from hitting any of that curling ribbon or Polaris wrap. I don't know what I'm going to call it this time. And with Borealis, with this new nuclear emission wing, you don't even really need saddle hackle. That's one of the reasons I've gotten rid of most of it. Or I've got it, I don't tie with it. But now look at this shine on that body. Let's zoom you in on there. Get you over the manual. That holographic. Now if you had lead under there, whew, you can imagine how that'll get down there, attract them trout. You get a wider body on there. You could use it for shrimp if you had a saltwater hook. Now you get some nice cactus chenille, or if you wanted to, just slide up a little bit of my cornmeal. I have that in another one. Or took some of those mylar hackles that they have, such as trilobial. Heck, you can even use it in some of the yarns they have nowadays. Are just great. I had that out of view. Anything you want to do with that stuff, you can experiment, have fun with it. That's part of what these videos are about.